Germany is attempting to transform its army, including boosting its numbers of army recruits and reservists, in response to Russia's war in Ukraine. According to Associated Press, German lawmakers approved a €100 billion special fund to strengthen the country's military, preparing the way for a massive procurement in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced the fund 3 days after the start of the invasion, and said that Germany would spend over 2% of its gross domestic product on defense, a NATO target on which it has long lagged. Officials acknowledged that the German military, the Bundeswehr, has for years suffered from neglect and in particular from aging, poorly functioning equipment. Germany now plans to create at least 6 homeland defense regiments, each comprising 6,000 to 8,000 personnel by 2026, according to Sky News. At a training exercise in Lower Saxony last year, members of Homeland Defense regiments practiced shooting. David, an office worker and Homeland Defense recruit, said Russia's invasion of Ukraine had been a key motivating factor in his decision to sign up to the division. They're systematically trying to undermine the world order, crossing every red line that we have drawn up as a result of the experience since World War I, World War II. Lieutenant General Andrei Bodeman, who helps lead military training exercises, stressed the importance of national preparedness, saying, "I don't think that we are in the war, but we are no longer living in peacetime." The German army currently has just over 179,000 troops but aims to reach 203,000 by 2031, according to Sky News. Germany does not have compulsory conscription, so initiatives like youth camps are being run to help attract new recruits. At a week-long course in Saxony, teenagers practiced navigation, teamwork and outdoor skills. One participant, 17-year-old Julian, explained his motivation: "There's a sense of patriotism that's a big part of it and wanting to defend my country."
The situation in Europe has changed because of the war in Ukraine. So now where whole areas are changing and we need to get ready for maybe a war in the future, we need to fill up our reserves.
The invasion of Ukraine by Russia, I think that was definitely the motivating factor, because they're systematically trying to undermine the world order, crossing every red line that we have drawn up as a result of the experience in World War I, World War II, you know, not executing prisoners, not torturing, not raping.
I don't think that we are in a war, but we are no longer living in peacetime, and we are in between. We already started, and we have to speed up to be ready before Russia is ready.
Fertig, go. Komm. Letzten Meter, gleich geschafft.
Why is it that you want to join the military?
There's a sense of patriotism, that's a big part of that, and also the love of my country, wanting to defend it.
Nicht auf die Wurzeln treten.
Probably they think they come here and have to go to war, and yeah, that doesn't sound that great.
On December the 11th, 2024, Russia's State Duma approved a law in its third reading that bars migrant children from enrolling in school unless they pass a Russian language proficiency test. Medusa media outlet says that the law takes effect on April the 1st, 2025, with the new rules applying to admissions for the 2025 to 2026 academic year starting in September. Children who fail the test will not be permitted to attend school. The exam will be free and the Russian Education Ministry will determine the testing procedures. Schools will also be required to verify that a child is legally present in Russia as part of the admissions process. Children whose parents are in the country illegally will be denied enrollment. State Duma Deputy Speaker Irina Yarovaya, who sponsored the bill, said the law would protect Russian citizens' right to education while ensuring its accessibility and quality. She stated that parents of children who fail the language test can reapply once their child improves their proficiency, adding that there will be no limit on the number of attempts. Meanwhile, the Russian Education Ministry has proposed holding migrant parents liable if their child does not enroll in supplementary Russian language courses after failing the test. Under the draft regulations, children who fail the exam would be required to complete a 3-month remedial program at their parents' expense. If a child is not enrolled in such a program within a month, child welfare authorities would inspect the family's living conditions and notify law enforcement. Some lawmakers raised concerns. Tatiana Larionova, a member of the State Duma Committee on Family Protection, Fatherhood, Motherhood and Childhood, asked Irina Yarovaya. No, some lawmakers raised concerns. Aren't we condemning children who are denied admission to school to be being left on their own? Won't this create conditions for a rise in crime and juvenile delinquency? In response, Yarovaya said that labor migrants are under no obligation to bring their underage children to Russia. Russia doesn't have precise data on the number of migrant children in its schools. However, Education Ministry figures from 2023 show that 178,000 students with foreign or no citizenship were enrolled. Anthropologist and social researcher Daniel Kashnitsky says that it is ethically wrong to assume foreign children will turn to crime before they've done anything wrong. Essentially, lawmakers are acting in an unscientific and even gangster-like manner. Yet, it's migrant children we're afraid of. Doesn't that seem like an obvious ethical contradiction? He asked.